Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. There is some major drama brewing down at Melbourne Park right now, and it has sent shockwaves through the entire tennis world. But nobody is feeling the heat more than the fans back here in the States. The brackets are officially out, and the matchups are set in stone. We are looking at the 2026 Australian Open, and experts are already flagging one specific opener as the most explosive, high-stakes clash of Week 1. If you thought these athletes were getting a nice, easy warm-up to start, think again. Every major sports outlet is talking about the same thing today. Team USA is officially on high alert for the American fan base. The reason is pretty straightforward, and honestly, a bit scary. Alycia Parks, one of our biggest powerhouses, just got handed a brutal draw. We aren't talking about a warm-up match against some random qualifier. She isn't facing a rookie wild card who is just happy to be there. Parks is jumping right into the deep end against a surging top 50 star who is basically carrying Philippine tennis on her back. I am talking about Alexandra Eala, easily one of the most refined talents to come out of the Rafa Nadal Academy lately. Calling this a standard first-round game is an understatement. It is a total collision of two opposite playing styles. In this corner, you have Alycia Parks, who is all about massive power and aggressive, no-fear tennis. She hits the ball harder than almost anyone we have ever seen in the women's game. We are talking serve speeds that rival the greats, clocking numbers right up there with Venus Williams for the fastest bombs in history. When she gets in the zone, she can blow opponents off the court before they even know what hit them. Then, across the net, you have Alexandra Eala, a crafty lefty who has been climbing the ranks with surgical precision over the last year. She is just 20, but plays with the kind of cool head you usually see in veterans. She is shattering records for Southeast Asia and rolling into Melbourne with the swagger of someone expecting to make the second week. What makes this crazy isn't just the names, it is the timing. This is happening in the very first round. Before we even settle into the tournament, one of these stars is packing their bags. The U.S. press sees the writing on the wall. Pundits are looking at how Eala tore through big names in Auckland and at Kooyong, and they are realizing something pretty awkward. Alycia Parks is in real trouble here. This isn't the same Eala who used to grind through qualifiers just hoping to make the main draw. She is landing in Melbourne as a top 50 player, riding a wave of momentum and fully proving she belongs in the big leagues. We have watched Eala scrap through qualifying matches and take tough losses on the chin for years. She learned from those growing pains. But the 2026 Australian Open is a whole new ballgame. She isn't just knocking on the door anymore. She kicked it wide open. She walked straight into the main draw on merit, fresh off beating an Olympic silver medalist. And she is ready to take on one of the sport's heaviest hitters. For this deep dive, we are looking way past just the basic stats. We are talking mental warfare, strategy, and the big picture behind this showdown. Why are American fans sweating this one? What specific adjustments has Eala made in the last 6 months? And why does this lefty counterpuncher versus American power hitter dynamic feel like the headline story of the opening weekend? Strap in, folks, because the happy slam is about to get real intense. Eala vs. Parks is already the buzz of Melbourne. To get why this is such a big deal, you have to look at exactly where these two are at right now. In January 2026, timing is everything in this sport. A match that looked easy 6 months ago can turn into a blockbuster depending on who is hot and who is confident. Alexandra Eala and Alycia Parks have been on totally opposite paths, but now they are crashing into each other on the same court. Let's start with the narrative, driving all the noise. The rise of Alexandra Eala. If you have been tracking her, you know 2025 was her breakout year on the WTA Tour. But these first few weeks of 2026, that has been about something else entirely. Dominance. Her latest showings make it crystal clear why U.S. experts are worried about Parks' chances here. Eala didn't just maintain her game during the offseason, she leveled up. Her road to the Australian Open started at the ASB Classic in Auckland, which is usually just a tune-up. But Eala turned it into a statement. Making the semis on hard courts is great on its own, But the way she won those matches really got people talking. She systematically took apart veteran pros, including Magda Linette, a grinder known for her stamina and court IQ. Eala sent her packing in straight sets, proving her defensive game now has a serious bite to it. She kept that hot streak alive when she hit the Kooyong Classic. Critics might say exhibitions don't count, but wins against elite talent always mean something. Donna Vekic has an Olympic silver and a Wimbledon semifinal on her resume. She is not a warm-up act. Eala ran her off the court, dictating the pace and exposing her footwork issues. That wasn't luck. It was a masterclass in focus, execution, and self-belief. That is the Alexandra Eala showing up to play Alycia Parks. Not a starry-eyed kid, but a battle-tested top 50 threat. You can clearly see the payoff from her time grinding at the Rafa Nadal Academy. She is done with just pushing the ball back and hoping for errors. She constructs points now, whipping that lefty forehand with heavy spin to pin opponents deep and jam them up. Her serve used to be a liability, but now it is a weapon. She uses placement and variety to set up the point instead of just trying to start it. Now, let's look at the other side of the net. Alycia Parks brings a completely different vibe. The reason this matchup has American fans nervous comes down to her specific skill set and where it cracks. Parks has the kind of raw power that flips a match instantly. Her serve is a nightmare, racking up free points in bunches. She is a proven winner with a big indoor title in Lyon under her belt, where she took down Caroline Garcia in her own backyard. But Parks is a player of extremes. When she is on, she looks unbeatable. When she is off, the wheels come off fast. She lives on the edge, high risk, short points, trying to dominate before a rally even starts. That high roller style destroys people, but it falls flat against someone who refuses to give you rhythm or freebies. That is the trap. Eala is exactly the type of player who gives Parks headaches. The styles clash hard. Parks wants a shootout. Eala wants a chess match. Being a lefty, Eala naturally messes with the angles right-handed power hitters love. Her heavy forehand kicks up high on the backhand side, taking away the flat strike Parks prefers. High balls force adjustments, and that is where the mistakes happen. Footwork is another major difference. Eala is covering the court way better these days. She is sliding on hard courts, staying balanced on defense, and resetting points with a cool head. Parks, on the other hand, gets antsy if the point goes long. One extra ball, then another, and she pulls the trigger too soon. Eala knows the drill perfectly. The blueprint is simple. Keep the return in play, extend the rallies, pick on the backhand, and wait. The mental game is huge here, especially at a slam. Parks has a lot of weight on her shoulders. People expect her to win, to move on, to live up to the hype. Losing early would be a major hit to her confidence and her ranking. Playing a human backboard makes you nervous. When the ball keeps coming back, you feel like you have to aim for the lines. That stress leads to unforced errors. Eala faces a different kind of pressure. It is national pride, not just personal stats. She carries a whole country's hopes every time she plays. But she has shown she can handle the spotlight. From the juniors to regional titles, she stays cool when it matters most. She doesn't crack, she resets. The Melbourne weather is the wild card here. Hot days make the court fast, helping Parks serve. But the ball bounces higher, which feeds right into Eala's topspin. Night matches slow everything down, favoring the grinder with better fitness. Either way, it gets complicated, usually tilting things toward the player with more patience. The storyline is undeniable. This is Eala's real arrival at the Australian Open. She didn't have to qualify. Her ranking got her in the door. She got a platform, not a free pass. Beating Parks would be massive. It would put the whole tour on notice. For Parks, a win shows she has matured and can survive a bad stylistic matchup. That is why the draw has the American tennis world stunned. They see the danger. They recognize the trap. They know this isn't about rankings. It is about how their strengths and weaknesses collide. So, the big question is, who blinks first? Does Parks blast her off the court before Eala can get comfortable, or is Eala going to play the brick wall, redirecting that pace and grinding it out until the pressure just becomes too much to handle? Honestly, either scenario is on the table, and that total unpredictability is exactly what makes this a must-watch event. This is way bigger than a standard first-round matchup. It is a genuine litmus test for the future of the game. Raw power against surgical precision, the seasoned vet versus the hot hand. In this sport, you almost never get any guarantees until that first ball is actually in play. That is precisely why everyone's attention is going to be laser-focused on that court down in Melbourne. We are going to be all over it, tracking every shift in energy and every single pivotal moment as it happens. Keep it locked here all through the Australian Open for the kind of deep analysis and background you will not find just looking at the score lines. Drop your picks in the comments. You expecting a strategic clinic from Eala, or is Parks going to blow the doors off with pure firepower? The board is set. It is going to be massive.